not why you are here?
Yo, what up, what up? It's your man, Big Brandon Carter. People always ask me, question I always get, yo, how long is this gonna take for me to get a six-pack? Or how long is it gonna take for me to get ripped? Or how long is it gonna take for me to build this amount of muscle? And I hate that question more than anything. But I get it. I get why you ask it. Because everybody's in a rush. Everybody wants to make shit happen fast as possible. That way of thinking is predominant in our culture, you know, because everybody wants things immediately. We all susceptible to wanting instant gratification. You know, like that's kind of how we are as humans, you know. Truth is, I can't tell you how long it's going to take for you to get a six-pack, to get ripped, to put on a certain amount of muscle, because there's too many variables to account for. You know, like, you know, your age, your natural testosterone levels, your genetics, your dedication, your discipline, you know, which are the most important things, your willpower. These are things I can't account for. But what I will tell you is something my guitar teacher told me. Like back when I was learning to play guitar, I would always ask my teacher, I was like, yo man, how long is it gonna take me to get good enough to play like this? Or how long is it gonna take me to master this certain technique? And he would he would look at me with a mild sense of disgust. And he'd say something to the effect of, you'll get better, you'll start getting better more rapidly when you stop asking me how long it's gonna take. And I thought he was just being a dick, right, at the time. But now I realize it. Because it's like, here's the thing. You have to fall in love with the process. You have to start to enjoy the process, right? Then things will start moving faster. You want to lose weight, you have to start to enjoy eating right. You have to start to enjoy working out. You have to enjoy the process of losing that weight. You have to start to enjoy that process, because it's the process that is going to help you achieve those goals. But more importantly, it's the process that will allow you to maintain those goals. If you're just shooting for a certain number, like as far as I want to lose 20 pounds, you just hit that number, but you haven't developed a certain respect for the process, then you won't continue the process, and the accomplishments you made will go down the drain. Like you'll eventually gain that weight back, because you revert back to your old patterns, right? If you build a certain amount of muscle, and you're like, man, I'm putting on 10 pounds of muscle, but you haven't committed to the process, then you're gonna lose those gains after a certain period of time, because you'll stop doing what got you. You'll stop doing the things that allowed you to achieve the success you achieved. You understand what I'm saying? Like, it's the process is more important than the goal. The goal, in fact, is merely a side effect of the process. I know people don't want to hear that, man. They just want the results. They just want the results. They just want the effect. But the cause, it's cause and effect, man. You gotta start to enjoy the process. And the process, the cause, the body that you want is just the effect, you know? So like what my guitar teacher meant was, once I start to enjoy playing, once I start to actually enjoy playing scales, or when I start to enjoy practice, that's when I'll start getting better faster. And then not only will I get good, but I'll maintain it and keep getting better. And that's what happened. Once I started to enjoy playing scales every day, once I started to enjoy going through the drills, you know, up and down the fretboard, that's when I started getting good. When I was only thinking about the end goal, practice sucked. And it was just drudgery, just something I wanted to end as quickly as possible. Once you start to enjoy the process, once you start to fall in love with the process, then you'll just get better faster. And it's like, I noticed like that with everything. So that's just my advice, man. Like, if you're just concerned about the end goal only, then your results will probably be fleeting. You know, your results will probably not be sustained. Just truthfully, you know, most people lose weight, gain it back. I've seen people put on a decent amount of muscle and then just lose all their gains after months of partying and celebrating, but because they didn't fall in love with the process. School does that with learning, like people don't enjoy learning. They just try to get school over with, and then they stop learning after, like they stop reading and things after school. Mentally they don't progress as much as they should or could, like it's all about starting to love the process, man. I know that doesn't make you feel better, right? And it doesn't, and it certainly doesn't mean that things get easier, right? Because everybody wants things now. Everybody wants it now. Everybody's in such a rush. Everybody's in a rush. They want things to happen yesterday. But you gotta understand, man, if you're overweight, it didn't take you like 2-3 weeks to become overweight. It was a process. There was a process for you getting out of shape, and it took some time. So it's going to take some time for you to get back into shape, right? It didn't take you 2 weeks to put on that fat, so you can't expect yourself to lose it in 2 weeks. It was a process. You probably fell in love with the process of being overweight. Eating cheeseburgers, candies, and cakes. Now you have to switch it, man. You have to start to enjoy the discipline that comes from eating well. You have to start to enjoy the discipline that comes from working out. The obvious question is, if you don't like working out, if you don't like eating right, and that's the process, how do you begin to enjoy the process? Well, that comes from making progress. So like if you're logging everything, like I say, and if you're keeping track of everything week by week, like taking your measurements, weighing yourself, then you'll notice incremental improvements. You'll notice small improvements, and that little progress will be encouraging. That will cement your allegiance to the process, right? Once you see it working, then you'll be like, oh man, now I like it. It's like hitting little goals, like hitting little benchmarks. Like every week, oh man, I lost 2 pounds. Nice. That's encouraging, and that makes you like the process more. So I would say that's how you fall in love with the process. You take you keep track of your results week by week. Keep track of everything you're doing. It's important to keep a diet and nutrition log. It's a part of it, You keep track of everything you're doing. Every week you take stock. You take inventory of the progress you're making. And if you're not making progress, then it's cool. You'll see why. You'll have a detailed account of everything you did that week as far as nutrition and training is concerned. And you'll know where to make adjustments. Then once you make those adjustments, you'll start seeing progress. And that progress will make you happy, and you'll know that progress came from the process. And that is how you fall in love with the process. Once you fall in love with the process, your results will skyrocket. Until you fall in love with the process, your results will be stagnant.